This is OwlUp, where learning happens in minutes, not hours. For a deeper journey, explore all our courses at owlup.co. Now, let's dive in. Chapter 1 of First Aid Essentials, What Everyone Should Know. Introduction to First Aid. Be prepared and confident. In this chapter, you'll learn: identify the importance of first aid knowledge. Let's dive in. About half of life-threatening emergencies happen at home, yet most people nearby freeze, not from fear, but from uncertainty. You're holding a phone, someone you love is in trouble, and there's a long minute before help arrives. What you do in that single minute can rewrite the ending. Roughly 5.8 million people die from injuries every year, yet in many of those moments, someone nearby could have changed the outcome with a few simple actions. First aid isn't just bandages and ice packs, it's a focused set of skills that turn "I hope someone helps" into "I know what to do next." This episode is about that shift. We'll look at how early actions by ordinary people bridge the gap before professionals arrive, why certain skills, like stopping severe bleeding or starting chest compressions, change the math on survival, and how preparation quietly increases your odds of acting instead of hesitating. Think of it less as memorizing rules and more as learning a small, versatile toolkit you can adapt to messy, real-life situations. By the end, you'll see that "I'm not medical" doesn't disqualify you. It just means you haven't trained yet. You don't need a medical degree to make a medical difference, but you do need a few habits in place before anything goes wrong. In the same way athletes don't wait for game day to practice, effective first responders build small routines into normal life, noticing exits in crowded places, keeping a simple kit in their bag or car, rehearsing what they'd say to a dispatcher. These quiet preparations reduce the mental startup time when something suddenly feels off. We'll explore how to shrink that gap between "something's wrong" and "here's my first step," even when you're scared or unsure. Roughly 70% of cardiac arrests happen at home, yet most households have no shared plan for who does what if someone collapses. That gap isn't about intelligence, it's about not having turned vague concern into concrete roles and skills. Being prepared starts with deciding, in calm moments, what your first 60 seconds would look like. Think of 3 layers: mindset, skills, and logistics. Mindset is about permission, deciding now that you are allowed to act, even if you're shaking, even if you're not sure you're doing it perfectly. Good Samaritan protections in many places are built around this idea: better imperfect help than no help at all. Skills are the core actions that matter most: calling for help fast, pushing hard and fast in the center of the chest, putting firm pressure on serious bleeding, snapping on an AED and following its prompts. You don't need to be good at everything. Being solid on a few high-impact skills is far more valuable than knowing a dozen obscure ones. Logistics is where many people quietly fail. If your first aid kit is buried in a closet behind winter coats, or your home address isn't posted near the phone for babysitters, those missing 30 to 90 seconds can erase the benefit of everything you've learned. Professional teams run drills and walkthroughs for this reason. They practice the choreography, not just the techniques. You can do a simplified version: walk through your home or workplace and ask, "If someone went down right here, what would I actually do in order?" Preparation also includes learning how to use technology under stress. Can you unlock your phone and dial emergency services with one hand? Do you know how to put it on speaker so you can follow instructions while you act? Have you seen or touched an AED where you live, work, or exercise? These details feel small until the moment they're not. Your goal isn't to become fearless, it's to become functional. Fear will still be there. Confidence, in this context, simply means you've reduced the number of decisions you must make in the worst minute of someone's life. A useful way to test your readiness is to borrow from how sports teams run scrimmages. They don't just memorize plays, they run them in different conditions until the movements feel automatic. You can do a low-key version by setting tiny, specific challenges in the spaces where you spend the most time. For example, pick one room in your home and quietly decide, if someone collapsed here, who would grab the door, Who would meet EMS? Where would we move clutter? Then try the same mental walkthrough in your car, at your desk, or in your favorite cafe. Notice how the obstacles change. In some places, noise, locked gates, or elevators matter more than distance. Your challenge this week? Choose 3 different locations from your normal routine and, in each one, silently map the fastest route to an exit, the nearest place you've seen a first aid kit or AED, and exactly where you'd stand to call for help without losing sight of the person who needs you. In the next decade, basic first aid may feel less like a bonus skill and more like having a driver's license, expected, teachable, checked regularly. Schools might run short, recurring drills the way they do fire alarms, while workplaces quietly track how many staff can use an AED, just as they track cybersecurity training. Your phone or smart speaker could become a calm, step-by-step coach, nudging you through those first chaotic minutes, like a navigation app guiding you through an unfamiliar city. Confidence here isn't about bravado. It's closer to learning a musical instrument, awkward at first, then slowly more fluid as your hands and voice remember what to do. The next step is simple. Pick one concrete skill to upgrade, schedule when you'll do it, and treat that appointment as seriously as any meeting on your calendar. Here's your challenge this week. Build and practice a 10-minute emergency-ready routine at home. Today, assemble a basic first aid kit, sterile gauze, adhesive bandages, antiseptic wipes, gloves, pain reliever, tweezers, and a CPR face shield, and store it in one visible, easy-to-reach spot. Then, with a family member or friend, practice a simple DRABC/primary survey on each other and walk through exactly what you'd do and who you'd call in case of a burn, heavy bleeding, or someone becoming unresponsive. This was OwlUp, your daily step forward. To keep learning with structured courses and more insights, go to owlup.co. Until tomorrow!